Alright, everybody. Chainsaw Man episode 10, huh? Let's get into it. So, guys, sorry if something went wrong with my editing software. So, it's been like 40 to an hour since I last an episode, so my memory might not be fresh here, but without that, let's get right into it, man. So basically, shit, see, I already forgot what the fuck going on. Alright, no. Alright, this right here is beautiful writing, man. Beautiful writing right here. So, basically, it starts off with Denji in the hospital, or Denji and Power in the hospital with Aki, which, if I believe, that's how an episode started a couple episodes ago, but it was reversed. It was Aki, like, in the hospital with Denji, because Denji was the one that was hurt. But here it's the opposite now. And here also, as well, Denji brings an apple to Aki, which was what happened a couple episodes later, but reversed. So that's very nice writing right there. It was nicely done. And basically, so what else happened right there? So basically, they just went there. Power and Denji were just there reading Denji's manga. Basically, they were there just reading his manga, just obviously just checking up on Aki, basically. But then when when they leave, so when Power and Denji leave, that's basically Aki starts crying because obviously a lot of people died. Himeno died. A lot of people he knows died right there. Like everybody's basically dead at this point. And then he's about to smoke a cigarette. But then right when he's about to light it, it doesn't light. And right there, that's when he gets little memories, like reminiscent of Himeno basically, because Himeno is always there to light his cigarette, and she's not there obviously. And that's when he starts crying, which it was done very nice right there, very nice art. It was done good basically. And right there, that's when Denji goes back because he forgot his manga there. He forgot it. And he's like, damn, I came back and this man's just crying. And then he starts thinking about, why am I not crying? A lot of people just died, but I'm not, I'm not affected by it basically. And he's like, maybe I didn't just lose my heart. No, it's meant that he's heartless now. He's heartless. And that's when the other two devil hunters that we know from last two episodes, that's where they come in to meet Aki basically. And right here, they're putting him through the shit test basically. They went to see if he's still useful. Cause if he's not, they're just finna go report to Makima in the hierarchy that nah, this motherfucker needs to sit down. He's useless basically. But here he's like, I ain't done yet. I ain't done. I ain't done yet. And they basically tell him, if you wanna stay as a devil hunter, you gotta, you got to sign with a higher devil contract. And that's where we go on into the next couple of minutes. But for now, I think I forgot to mention that Aki, as I mentioned in the last two videos I did of Chainsaw Man, we saw Aki use his sword the last two episodes. Well, one of the last two episodes, and I told her right there, as we find out from Himeno, if he uses the swords, there are extreme consequences that come from using that sword. And I told her I'd keep an eye on that. Keep an eye. He used the sword, but we still haven't seen the consequences. And here we see the consequences. So basically, it's pretty easy to tell, even though it hasn't. They haven't fed it to us. They expect you to know what it means. So he put out his sword and he said, "How much time do I got?" And his devil said 2 years. So it's very easy to assume each time he uses a sword, it consumes his lifespans basically. Each time he uses it, his life force keeps going down, down, down. Basically, that's how that shit works, and that's the consequence of using that sword. His life keeps going down and down by the years, and right here we go to Denji, Power, and Makima going. They're at a graveyard right now. They're at a graveyard, and basically that's when they meet this dripping motherfucker. I fuck with him, bro. Obviously his voice actor is, I don't know his name, but he's very recognizable voice actor. He plays Jigen. He plays all types of characters, man. Like I'm sure y'all heard his voice actor as well. If you hear his voice, you cannot miss that shit. He has probably the most unique, like the most unique voice actor of all time, right there, man. Amazing voice actor. And then so this motherfucker is there to train Denji and Power basically, because obviously there's people after Denji, so Denji has to get stronger. But he has the dude. I don't even know what his name is. He has leverage with with Denji and Power, cause they're cause Denji is immortal and Power is partial immortal. Like she's basically immortal as well. So he could train him as hard as he wants, basically to the bone, legit to the bone, cause they can't die. There is no limit to what they can and what can't they do. So he's like, I was thinking about this over some beers, and he's just like, I'll just keep killing y'all basically until y'all get better, and that's how it is. We get this very nice animation right here. This is a quick, very nice animation where Power's like Denji. She throws the her blood axe to Denji, and that looked very clean right there. That was very nice. And basically, yeah, so they basically went on the entire night basically of them getting slaughtered. She like Power mentioned to Denji that I've seen him kill you 20 times, and that's why I was conscious. So probably even more than that shit. That's funny. And we also get to see that mysterious woman came up to Aki while he was in the hospital, and that was Himeno's sister. And she came to drop off these letters for him that she's been sending to her and her dad. And she came there to get those letters to Aki so he could read them. And yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, that shit was very nice, man. Very sentimental right there, very touchy right there, man. The letters, like, I forgot what they were said, but she was like, "Dad, are you doing good? Are you taking your meds?" Shit like that. And that was very nice, man. That was very nice. And then this is towards the end of the episode now. So, Aki and the other two devil hunters, they they've gone to go get Aki a new devil contract, a stronger devil contract. And while they're there, they're explaining how the devil he's gonna go to contract with, it comes with very massive sacrifices. The other two had to give their eyes and their sense. The other one I forgot. But basically, if Aki gets his contract, he should be even more stronger than he has already been. And yeah, so that's where the episode left off at, man. It was a very I enjoyed this episode a lot, man. I'm not gonna lie, it was very nice. But that's probably it for this episode. Cause like I said, I watched the episode like an hour ago. Cause some shit went wrong with my editing software, so I had to boot some shit up, do some random shit. But yeah, I mean I think I covered everything. But anyways, guys, I think that's it for this week. And see y'all, man.